informing you of why it is important to vote. My name is Madison Edwards, and I'm a senior at AC Reynolds High School. I participate in dual enrollment with AB Tech, and I plan to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to study business and or political science. I am currently in AP Government and Politics, so I have some knowledge in the realm of politics and why it is important to vote. So, I will explain the Electoral College system, the factors that influence voters, voter demographics, and what voters represent in order to give you a better understanding of the general election and how your vote counts. So, it is important to know what the Electoral College is and how it works in relation to the popular vote when discussing the general election. The Electoral College is a group of delegates selected by each party at state conventions to officially vote for the president and vice president. The popular vote is the total number of percentage of votes that each candidate receives from everyone who votes. In some cases, someone may win the popular vote but lose the electoral vote and vice versa, like the Trump-Clinton election in 2016 and Bush-Gore in 2000. It is also important to understand voter demographics. Political socialization is the process through which a person acquires their knowledge, feelings, and evaluations of the political world. The primary influences on political socialization are family, media, school or education, peers and social groups, the region in which they live, political events, religion, and occupations. Now I will discuss the impact of demographics on voters. So, dealing with age, the youth are typically more liberal and less likely to vote. Elderly have the highest political participation and are usually more conservative. And in relation to gender, women are more liberal regarding politics and men are more conservative. Income level, wealthier are more conservative. And race, minorities are more liberal except for Cuban Americans. They tend to be more conservative because of the Republican Party's views that are against the Cuban leaders. Even though these demographics may not apply to everyone, it is still important to understand and know them, so we can understand why people vote or do not vote. Some institutional obstacles of voting are registration or residency requirements. The two-party system limits your choices. Voting day is on a weekday and it's not a holiday, so you don't get off of work or school. Single day, there's only 12 hours to vote and it's costly. The length or complexity of a ballot, no penalty for not voting, and some other factors include apathy, de-alignment, which is the trend of decreasing party identification, so more people are moving to the middle as independents, and people do not think that their vote counts or they demonstrate a lack of knowledge. Here is a cartoon about why people do not vote, because they don't think that their vote matters. Okay. Voting demonstrates several things. High political efficacy, which is the belief that ordinary people can influence government, the support of democracy and the Constitution, ruled by the people through vote, and we have a right to vote. If you want to implement a change, the first step is voting. Now, after everything I have discussed, beginning with the workings of the election, political socialization, voter demographics, and what voting represents in mind, it is important to exercise your right to vote in order to truly demonstrate democracy within the United States and begin to implement a change in things that you do not completely agree with. Also, I have this graph about voter turnout in U.S. elections. The top represents presidential and the bottom represents midterm elections. So as you can see, many people do not vote in midterm elections and more people show up for presidential elections, but not many people even show up there. Thank you. Any questions?